What's up, IndyCar diecast collectors? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, and today I'm going to bring you guys another IndyCar diecast review. This will probably be the most popular IndyCar diecast review for 2020 because the last few years, guys, especially this year and the last 2 years, this guy has probably had the best looking livery out on the track, especially for the big 500-mile race, Indy 500. It's quite big. Just saying, from a guy who's been there for, since 2015. That is a damn good race. Really is something to cross off on the bucket list, but I'm so glad that I'm looking forward to see this car run at the Indy 500. Hopefully he races his way in, but we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Conor Daly, and his 2020 U.S. Air Force Chevrolet Dallara for Ed Carpenter Racing. Yes, we got ourselves an Ed Carpenter Racing diecast. More specifically, this is the third year in a row we got ourselves a Conor Daly U.S. Air Force scheme. And my God, the hype on this car is just for real. I've seen so many people get this car. This is another popular car that I strongly recommend getting. I mean, get it the 1/18 scale if you got to as well, guys, because there is a lot of people out there who will love this paint scheme. And I can see why, guys. I mean, it is such a great tribute that Conor Daly and U.S. Air Force have been doing this since 2018. I might have those diecasts to do a comparison with you guys, so tune in when we get to the unboxing of this review, guys. But I am absolutely loving the packaging, guys. I mean, usually I don't give enough credit to, the people who make the packaging, whether it's Lionel or Greenlight, but my God, both of them done an amazing job this year, especially Greenlight, especially adding the personality in the packaging. That's something that we have missed for quite a while now, guys. Even back in the days, I think Hot Wheels was the last time we had personality with diecast. Well, I could count the 2011 IndyCar diecast as well that Greenlight made, but those are stinking rare to find. I do have some of those, but I don't know if you guys want me to review them, I will. But enough of me talking about old stuff. Let's get on to the new stuff, and let's kick off this diecast review of the Conor Daly 2020 U.S. Air Force diecast for Ed Carpenter Racing. My God, this thing is like an orange on wheels. Here we guys go. We got the diecast out of the box, but before we get things started on this diecast review, let's look at the accessory that comes to this, and it is, the humble and grateful Conor Daly, guys, and it is pretty appropriate to him to get another Conor Daly diecast released for the 1/64 scale and the 1/18, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, this has been a popular livery, guys, and that's great that every year they've the U.S. Air Force have done like different livery designs from some of their from some of their planes and aircraft that they've had back in the day during the wars, which is really cool, guys. But feel free to pause the video if you guys want to read all this, because this is a pretty this is some pretty very informative stuff, especially even talks about the paint scheme as well, hinting why Conor Daly's driving the 47, because that's a pretty random number, but I believe that is the year that the U.S. Air Force was started and founded, so pretty cool. But yeah, Conor Daly, man, I mean, what a season he's going to have this year, guys. I mean, Conor Daly is not only going to be driving this fantastic looking livery at the Indianapolis 500, but he's also going to be running, he's going to have a full-time season that's going to be split up in 2 teams. As you guys know, he is driving for Ed Carpenter Racing, but he will be driving on the ovals besides the Indy 500, on the ovals, including the Texas race that was that we just had. I'm uploading this. I'm reviewing this before the Texas race, so it'll probably be a few days after, but congrats to whoever won. I'm sure that was a really entertaining race. But my God, guys. Conor Daly is going to be not only driving this car at the Indy 500, but he's going to be driving the number 20 car that Ed Carpenter usually drives on the ovals. But for the road courses, he will be driving he'll be driving the 20 car on all the street circuits and road courses. Well, probably road courses because there's no street circuits besides St. Petersburg. And oh yeah, I didn't talk about the ovals. Yeah, for the ovals, he will be driving for Carlin Racing in the 59 car on the ovals. So on all the ovals besides the Indy 500. So I know it sounds confusing, but just look it up and you'll get more info, because it does sound kind of confusing, but Conor Daly is finally back in a full-time ride, and I think that's all that matters. But this is going to be an eye-catcher for sure, guys. As I did notice that this is the first problem I've had with the aero screen, guys. See right there, it looks like there's dents or paint chips on the aero screen, which, that's kind of odd. It kind of looks like bubbles, but I don't know. That might be actually paint chips or something like that. So that's some questionable quality right there. But, I mean, this is the first year that we've had the aero screens. Can't really complain. I mean, you see more paint chips right there on the aero screen. But we do got the Chevy logos, which is really cool. Have a nice little gloss finish to them. But beautiful, guys. Beautiful, beautiful livery. If I remember correctly, that this livery is supposed to represent... let's see, I'm actually looking at the back of the car. This is supposed to represent the Bell X1. So, yeah, if you guys know your aircraft, I'm sure this one definitely is going to ring a bell for you guys. I mean, I don't know shit, but this is a beautiful diecast. I will admit, it's pretty simple, but it's very iconic and eye-catching. There's something about orange diecast I just love, guys. I mean, especially running the Indy 500. I mean, whew. I mean, this is not like a day glow orange like Marco Andretti's U.S. Concrete car from last year, which was the, the Mario Andretti throwback. But this is still really cool, guys. And maybe I had a little added detail right there for the little exhaust, which is really cool. I mean, that's something I've noticed in all of the IndyCar 164 diecast for this year. But I'm sure you guys want to go ahead and look at the side-by-side comparisons of the past U.S. Air Force diecast that we got. So here is the famous and very popular livery from last year, guys. Conor Daly's Andretti Autosport car, U.S. Air Force car from last year, which was really damn cool. I mean, that was pretty cool. And I think Conor Daly actually ran very well at last year's Indy 500. I mean, he should, because, it is the Indianapolis 500. But kind of ironic that this car, I just realized this car does not have the Indianapolis 500 tires. That is very odd, because the last 2 years we've had the Indy 500 tires, but this one doesn't. So, I mean, Greenlight, I believe, definitely kind of screwed up on that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the white Firestone, the white lettering on the Firestone tires, but in terms of accuracy, it is going to be inaccurate. So, Greenlight does have their screw-ups, but, I'm not saying it rough like I do with Lion now. I mean, it's just constructive criticism. I'm sure people are calling bullshit in the comments, be like, Brian, you just like IndyCar diecast more. I mean, of course I do. I mean, you're paying $9 for good quality. I mean, this is better quality than I've ever seen in God knows how long, compared to the crap I've reviewed with NASCARs. I mean, I still love reviewing those things, don't get me wrong, but it's just so breathtaking and very refreshing to review something that barely has any decal flaws. Still has paint chips, but decals are flawless, guys. But beautiful. But yeah, there's your comparison of last year's car and the car that was also ran in 2017, which is with AJ Foyt / Thomas Burns Racing, if I'm not mistaken. It was like a collaboration. But that was a really cool car. I believe this car is actually getting pretty hard to find. But yeah, there is the 2018 car compared to the 2020 car. Both are very cool looking paint schemes. I mean, I can't really place a favorite of which one is my favorite, but I don't know. I think last year's is probably still my favorite just because, of the added detail they had, and plus that diecast matched up very well with Bubba Wallace's 2019/2020 U.S. Air Force car. That Warthog scheme, man, is just beautiful on both IndyCars and NASCARs. But this one right here is really cool. I mean, it would be cool if Bubba Wallace can actually, pull that off again, but a lot of people love that Warthog car, but this diecast is no exception. If I had to recommend a diecast that this one in particular, definitely get, because it's almost sold out. I think it's practically sold out at the moment. And the Herta car, and maybe the Pato Award as well. Those are the three I've seen that are blowing up like crazy. But I think this one's probably the most popular diecast. And when you see this bad boy at Indianapolis, get it, because once you see it, that sucker's gonna be gone. I'm just saying, man, there's a lot of people out there who love the U.S. Air Force liveries, so get it while you can, guys. Even though it has the wrong tires on it, it still is a great diecast regardless, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this diecast review of the Conor Daly 2020 U.S. Air Force 164 scale diecast from Greenlight Collectibles for Ed Carpenter Racing and the Chevy Dallara IR18 mold. Anyways, guys, this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. If you guys enjoyed this Diecast review, along with other IndyCar Diecast reviews, feel free to comment below which Diecast you want me to review next for the 2020 IndyCar season, if I haven't reviewed it already. But check out the playlist as well, because I do have more IndyCar Diecasts that I have shoved in this channel many years ago, so I'm not joining on the bandwagon. I've been an IndyCar fan for quite a while now, just hasn't got that much popularity, but since this year, a lot of people are liking IndyCar, and hopefully you guys are tuning in for more. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. This has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and I'll see you guys on some more IndyCar Diecast reviews, and of course, NASCAR Diecast reviews as well.